What's up everyone, Arctic here, bringing you guys a brand new Black Ops 2 gameplay. It's HAMR time, got the HAMR, playing some kill confirmed on the map Slums, and you guys already know how I feel about this map. I love it, I know some of you guys hate it, whatever. This gameplay, I want to talk about two things. The first is something that is kind of a YouTube phenomenon with Call of Duty, where a lot of the YouTubers only post a certain level of gameplay, and you don't get to see the games where they don't do exceptionally well, or some of them might purposely use weapons that are kind of handicapped, but you only see the good gameplay that they have with that bad weapon. Now, in my case, if you guys have seen, my Gears of War content, or some other games, maybe Halo, I might have posted some that are just okay or good. Or even in some cases, like with Gears, I post losing gameplays, I post when my team doesn't do well, I post when I don't do exceptionally well all the time. And that's just part of, I guess, me keeping it 100% real with you guys in terms of, my experience playing games. I also have and run into the same things that other people run into, and I feel like that's more, I feel like it builds a better context with people. Just be like, okay, well, that guy doesn't always do this well, or, he doesn't always have games where he's just absolutely destroying everyone. And it also helps with me with, my content, because, having that context of, well, this weapon, you guys know I'm doing with Call of Duty, I'm doing every single weapon. This weapon works better in these situations. That's a great example. I told you guys I didn't like the QBB, and I didn't particularly like the HAMR. This happens to be, I think, if not the best, one of the best gameplays that I have with this particular weapon. And then on my Amazing channel, I'm probably going to cycle through a lot of guns. What I'm trying to do is post at least one gameplay over there, additional gameplay from, one of the light machine guns or whatever weapon I'm using at the time. And I posted like a 44 and like 20ish, and all of my HMR gameplays, except for maybe 3 or something like that, are over like 10 deaths. And so, and I'm like, I kind of expect it because I've never used the gun. I had no idea what it was gonna fire like, and just trying to get used to it and kind of integrate it into the style that I wanted to run with the light machine guns was pretty challenging. So, I was kind of surprised to see people that seem like they are sub to my channel, but just kind of like disregarding exactly what I said I was doing with the HMRs, or maybe they didn't listen to the commentary where I said, hey, I'm not particularly digging this weapon, and the reasons are X, Y, Z, and I'm going to talk about some of those again today. But, the YouTube community has really trained Call of Duty guys to, Call of Duty viewers to only expect like these unrealistic gameplays, where, you just see 15 kill streaks from a dude, or, he has out Swarm and Dogs and the VTOL, all that stuff. And it's like, you guys don't, and I play with some of the guys, and they don't always do exceptionally well. They do okay sometimes, and they're great players, don't get me wrong, but the expectation that you guys have is kind of let me just bring everyone down to the human level, because everyone is not always posting or playing what you guys are seeing. So just keep that in mind when you're viewing my content. I am not a Call of Duty expert. I've asked you guys for suggestions, and I'm very open to trying out different stuff. But, in terms of gameplay and content, I just talk about the game. I'm not trying to wow people necessarily. I could, if I wanted to, I could definitely post a lot of exceptional gameplays. I change around my weapons. I'd probably be using 1 or 2 guns every single game. But I just think it builds character, for you to be able to sit into a game where you're getting demolished. But the other thing is, it just builds context and helps you talk about, the game a lot easier. But anyway, get off of that, talk about the HAMR. You guys noticed probably all my light machine gun gameplays, I mentioned it last commentary, is that I am rushing with the light machine guns, and it is Not something you really want to do, considering that the time to aim down sights is so much longer. And with the HAMR, and this is one of the reasons that I really struggle with this weapon, is because the initial burst is so inaccurate. If you get in someone's face first, and you aim down your sights and you fire, you're probably not going to hit them in the manner that you need, with the enough bullets that you need in order to drop them. And so, I found that to be a pretty big issue with this weapon, and it kind of affected, I won't say it affected my performance greatly, but there's times where I shouldn't have died because I got the first shot off and they just missed, and there was just nothing I could do about it because of the inaccuracy of that first burst. Now, if they're within a certain distance, yeah, sometimes I could definitely get them, but for the most part, it seemed like at about the medium range, that medium close range where you encounter like SMG guys, sometimes the long barrel shotgunners, I was just getting outshot. So it's really difficult for me to assess how I should play with the HAMR, because I don't feel like it's a weapon where I kind of want to sit back, because again, that initial burst is so inaccurate, and I rely a lot on that. It's as opposed to the MK48 and the LSAT. It's just really difficult to put my finger on how I want to play with this particular gun. But I hope you guys enjoyed this gameplay. I really kind of hit hard rather on that topic about YouTubers and Call of Duty. But this is probably my last HAMR gameplay until I come back around maybe on some stuff. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. Until the next time, I will catch you guys later. Peace. This has been placed here for your viewing pleasure.